You alone?
Did you say to come along?
Just answer the question.
Well, I'm alone, so let me in. Nice place. I think it gets a -4-star rating.
Well, if one wants to hide, it usually doesn't go to the building.
Where's Carrie?
Not here.
What's going on? You know she's supposed to be here.
Wrong. The other night on the phone, you said you wanted to talk to me, not the kid.
I want to make sure she's okay.
Give me a break. You know she's fine.
Then why can't I see her?
Because I don't trust you. You're my ex-wife's lawyer, and for all I know, you brought the police and the FBI with you.
You're overblowing your own importance.
And you're still playing games with me, you know. Goodbye.
Wait.
No, you wait. You and that thing I was married to went to the news requesting interviews. You said you wanted to. So here I am. Talk.
Helen wants Carrie back.
Are you going to tell me something that half the continental United States doesn't already know?
We thought if we came in person that you'd give her back.
Well, think again.
What do you hope to accomplish by doing all this?
Well, how about being with my daughter for starters? And not being denied visitation.
No one is denying you visitation.
Oh, really? What's 1 week out of a month and every other holiday?
That's called the judgment the court's handed down.
All this fair?
It's a judgment of the courts.
It's garbage. So please spare me the rhetoric, counselor.
And you think things are going to get better? When you get caught, and you will be, they're never going to let you see her.
Okay. Let's play this game, just for the sake of argument. Let's say I take Carrie home. Helen and I, we make nice. What happens a month from now? What happens when they offer her the new job?
What job? What are you talking about?
You see, you can't be straight with me. You can't talk straight to anyone.
If you're talking about Helen's new job offer, well, nothing is definite.
Enough with the lies. Just once, tell the truth.
All right, she's taking the job.
3,000 miles?
Yes.
You know, when Helen and I first started talking divorce, we agreed on joint custody. I couldn't understand why she was fighting so hard for sole custody. A detective friend of mine did some checking and we found out that Helen's company offered her a position 3,000 miles away. Helen knew that if we had joint custody, I wouldn't let Carrie go. So things began to fall into place, and that's when you showed up.
You're making this whole thing sound like it was a plot.
Oh, was it? Once we got into court, you take innuendos and you turn them into truths. You take character flaws and you turn them into personality traits. In short, you made me sound one step below Hitler. I wouldn't even given me custody. From the things you said,
I don't make up words, and I don't set out to make villains.
of course you do. Lawyers like you have this inbred quality. Like attack bulls, attack dogs. Nurtured properly, pointed in the right direction, and you destroy it.
Was I the one that told the two of you to get married? Did I then go and make your marriage sour? No, the two of you did that all on your own. I was simply hired to do a job.
And you did it very well.
If you're looking for apologies, don't hold your breath.
And you don't care who you hurt or whose life you ruined.
Why don't you give it a rest? There's no reporters or cameramen here, so get off your soapbox. I'm an attorney. My colleagues and I, we're not angels of death. We simply try cases. You know what I think? I think that if I had been your lawyer, we'd be sitting having dinner right now, toasting to my courtroom expertise. You don't hate me. You hate what I did. And the truth is, I don't hate you. I pity you, because I have to sit and listen to the rantings of a man who has screwed up his life and his marriage and is looking to blame everyone. Well, you can't blame me. I did my job, and I did it well.
Including making up stories about my problems.
Did you or did you not check into a treatment program?
3 years ago. 3 years ago, I had a knee operation and I had problems with painkillers. Under my own volition, I entered a spa to take care of my knee and to clean out my system.
Was the spa a registered rehab program or was it not?
Yes, it was.
That's all I said.
Wait a minute. The way you make it sound, I was in the street knocking off liquor stores.
Look, we can go on all day about who's right or wrong here. But the courts, they made a decision. Right now, you're a kidnapper. That's all anyone's gonna see. So why don't you give it up?
Wait. Do you have any kids?
No?
Then you don't have any idea what it's like. The prospects of not being able to see your kid when you want.
Look, even if you had gotten joint custody, you wouldn't see her every day.
See, you still don't get it. Look, I wouldn't mind a few miles away. 3,000 miles away is unacceptable and I want to stand for it.
And what about Helen? Aren't you doing to Helen exactly what you said she did to you?
Reap what you sow. Had she not tried to get everything her way, had she come to me honestly, we wouldn't be in this situation now, and that's the truth.
So what are you going to do? You can't run forever.
I can run for as long as it takes. Don't underestimate me.
Don't be an idiot. We'll work something out. I promise.
Your credibility is lacking. Look, you go home and you tell her, tell her I'll call her soon.
When?
Soon!
She's not going to like this.
Ask me if I care. You tell her. Tell her. Tell her I said hi. Get out.
I'll see you in court.
I look forward to it.
A ese corazón desilusionado, a veces maltratado.
No te perdonaré si me dejas solo con los sentimientos que pasan como el viento, lo revuelven todo.
Where's my bracelet?
I haven't seen it.
You were the last one to wear it. I let you wear it yesterday.
I gave it back.
You did not!
Yes, I did.
When?
Yesterday when we were unpacking.
You better not have lost that bracelet.
Ronnie.
If you have, I'll murder you. Jerry Potts gave that to me. It's
What?
very special.
Well, you must be around here somewhere.
I looked everywhere. It's gone.
Well, you must have put it with your jewelry and your other makeup. Did you look at me?
Of course I did. I'm not a total moron. Thanks a lot.
Ronnie, why are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile. I just want the bracelet back you stole.
If you didn't want to go out tonight, I could have said something.
Oh, of course. I could have said, excuse me, but I think both you guys are total creeps. You're planning way too loud for normal conversation.
I see. We should have stayed in our rooms tonight and watched the light bulb burn out.
I don't know how you could believe all this crap about the movies. It was enough to turn my stomach.
Ron, it was fun. Do you think it was fun to let those two kids believe that they could impress us into going out to dinner?
But we're going out to dinner.
So
who's so smart?
when he started talking about Paul Newman, that was all I could do to keep a straight face. And when he did that scream, ah! Could you just stop?
Great logic. He can throw a spastic fit on a public beach, so he must be a good date. What in the world does he have to do to be the father of your children? Dribble down the side of his chin?
I think you're getting a little carried away here. It's just a dinner date.
Terrific. And who do I get? The bodyguard.
I think he's cute too.
Great. Remind me to go down on him under the table.
I don't know how can you be so cynical. Don't you ever just want to have a good time?
A quickie on Cape Cod with a couple of jerky strangers is not my idea of having a good time.
Who said something about a quickie?
Oh, don't tell me the thought that had no occurred to you.
Oh, they're kids.
Don't tell me the thought hadn't occurred to them.
Of course it has. It's the only thought their little heads are capable of holding at one time. That's the fun part.
Fun part,
Leading them by the nose?
or whatever else is straight and sticks out.
Sure.
You're not in junior high anymore, even though you act like it.
You're not the principal, even though you talk like him.
Oh, you make me sound like I'm a kind of a prude.
You are.
I've slept with men before.
2.
3.
2.5.
You will leave Jerry Potts out of that. He's suffered enough.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter anyways. It's not like you keep a scorecard and
Of course not.
even though you think it is.
I do not.
I don't understand how you could do this to David. You're practically engaged to him.
Now it's David.
I think this is just a kind of a crude attempt to score points on him in a dumb game you made up. I would ask myself what I was after if I was you.
David wants me to feel middle age. David wants me to be the mother of 3 on a ranch wagon on my way to the PTA. Don't forget about it.
Try your real age.
Oh, what's that? How are you supposed to act when you're 25? You tell me, you're the expert. Does it mean you're still allowed to have fun but not quite as much? Or you can have it but can't let it show?
Being a kid and being mature are not the same thing.
You know what you are, Ron? You're a conscientious objector. I think when the trumpet sounded for the sexual revolution, you just charged in the opposite direction.
Oh, well, maybe I refuse to be drafted.
Well, you can relax now. The revolution's over. This is just a mopping up operation.
Well, you know what? I hate it. I hate being compelled to do something I've never asked for. For the freedom to do so in the first place. And something that somebody as pretty as you could have always done anyways. Where does that leave me if I don't want to? Where does that leave me?
I think you're getting very worked up over a crummy little seafood dinner, a couple of shrimps, and a lousy clam roll.
Where's my bracelet?
Ron, talk to me.
If I'm going to have this all over my face because of seafood, I at least want to wear something shiny. Maybe it is wrapped.
You're really mad at me, aren't you?
I thought I came to the beach to be with you. I thought you wanted to get away from guys for a weekend, get some sun, talk things out. But no, this isn't fair, Cheryl.
I'm sorry, Ron. I think I just got a little carried away here. Listen, we'll go out, we'll have a couple of drinks, we'll eat something, and then we'll come back home alone. Okay?
Do you mean it?
Yes.
But do you really mean it?
I promise.
how many has Sam Tyler come up with?
5.
And how many were exactly the same?
5.
Exactly. We know he's stealing our stuff, we just want to prove it.
And how do you know he's gonna hand in our latest idea?
I heard him telling Florence in the lunchroom today he was handing in this big campaign idea right after we finish ours, so you do the math.
Fine. Let's find the file, learn the truth, and get the hell out of here.
Turn 4.
What?
Okay. Are you
What?
okay? I agree.
And just say that.
Sure, whatever. Listen, I'm sure Sam's hid in the file in a safe behind one of these pictures. So let's take them all down. Come on.
Hey. Hey.
Don't bother me, I'm busy. Shut up.
Why don't we just check the desk first?
Duh, it's obvious. No one's going to hide a file in their own desk.
Ta-da! Here it is.
Kidding me.
Campaign idea for Power Top Shoes.
Let me see that. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, it is our idea.
I told you so. Don't listen. Right. We'll take this and confront Sam tomorrow.
Great. Can we get out of here now?
Shut up. 10-4. Yeah, sure. Hang on. I'll make sure the coast is clear. Come on. Seriously, hurry up. What's wrong with you? Uh-oh.
Well, what's wrong?
There's a security guard out there. Duh.
So we'll wait till he leaves.
I really don't think so.
Oh, don't think. It only gets us in trouble. Tell me what you know.
Seriously? It's Big Rolly. He set up a chair, and it looks like he's planted his big butt for the night. He even brought food.
Well, that's great. What do we do now, genius?
No problem. We'll go out the window.
We're on the 30th floor. We don't look like Batman. Oh, come on, Batgirl. We'll leap 300 feet and make away with the file.
Look, okay, I'm sorry, it was just a suggestion.
Yeah, a stupid one.
Well, I don't hear you coming up with any better ideas, Batman.
Why don't we just talk to Rolly and tell him the truth?
What? That we broke into Sam Tyler's office? I think he'll ever believe us. Besides, Rolly takes his job very seriously. He thinks he's Elliot Ness. Wait. I just got an idea. Maybe we could rush him.
He weighs like 400 pounds. I don't think so. I guess we're stuck in here until the morning or until Rolly falls asleep or dies.
Wait. That's exactly it.
What, wait till he dies?
No. He weighs 400 pounds. We can use that to our advantage. We could cover our faces and run down the stairs. He's the only guard here, so he'll never catch us, and we can race down the 30 floors and out the back.
That'll set off the alarm.
Sure, but we'll be long gone before the cops get here.
I am not gonna do some half-baked Starsky and Hutch episode with you.
Look at me.
My zipper is open.
Look at me. What's wrong with you? Where's your sense of adventure? Come on.
I left my sense of adventure in my other suit. You don't get it, do you? These are our jobs you're messing around with. We can blow our whole careers here. All the days we worked, all the nights we put in. Ah.
What?
Did you hear what I just said? We work a lot of nights.
I hear you say, so?
So, all we have to do is turn on the lights, start talking, walk out, and tell Rolly we were working late.
And what do we tell Rolly if he asks what we're doing in Sam's office?
That our computer was down, and we were using his. We see Rolly here all the time when we work late. There's nothing unusual about this.
Get your hands off me. We're supposed to be robbers. What the hell's wrong with you? Wait, hang on. Let me think. I think you're right, but
What? What?
I'm thinking. Shut up. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I know. come to think of it, there was no reason to sneak in here in the first place. We could have used the elevator.
I know, but wasn't scaling the wall and climbing the fire escape great?
I was right. You are a moron. Let's get out of here. I really can't believe how stupid I was.
Me either.
Hey, I can see for me it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. For you, it's an everyday occurrence.
Dude, did you cut yourself?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Freck. Come right in. Here, let me help you with those.
Well, you are the source of hospitality, and who are you? And where's my husband?
He's in the bedroom.
In the bedroom? Oliver? Oliver?
Wait, please. He's on the phone. But he knows I'm going to talk to you. We agreed to that.
And does any part of this agreement include telling me who you are? Ah, of course. How slow-witted I am. You are Mrs. Anna Gansett.
But you didn't believe that for a minute. I could tell by the way you underlined the word who. You said, who? I'm Carrie Sachs. How do you do?
You're Peter's wife?
And you're Peter's girlfriend. That feels cold. I'm going to put it in the kitchen for you. The stuff could melt. They say you can refreeze things, but I wouldn't. Let me get this other bag too. Oh, I notice you have skim milk in here. I notice things like that because of all my diets.
Mrs. Sachs, won't you sit down and let me explain about that foolish phone call Peter made?
No, thank you. I've been sitting all day.
Please, I don't know what to say. Please put the groceries down. Please, sit down.
I'd rather stand.
Please, sit down.
I think I better...
Sit! Look, you must believe me. This whole thing between Peter and me was nothing. One day, my car broke down in front of the fish market, so I walked over to the cab stand, and naturally, there were no cabs. And
They're never. It's really a disgrace, the cab situation.
so a car pulled up, and this man said, "I'm not a taxi, I'm Peter Sachs, but if you go down anywhere to Montauk Highway, I will be happy to drop you off." And so I got in the car.
That messy car? Peter's so ambivalent about being rich. Because it's a Mercedes, he won't ever get it washed. And then that front seat, all littered with sneakers and old road maps. I'd rather have a clean Chevy.
In any case, he said he was starving, and so was I, and so we had lunch. Yeah, we have had lunch several times since. Look, this is too important to lie about. One day, we were walking back to the car, and I guess he wanted to know what time it was. So he reached down and picked up my wrist to look at my watch. I guess he wasn't wearing one. And it was as simple as that. He was holding my wrist and we didn't say anything. But I knew what was going to happen. And I was so happy. And so sorry.
That bag's beginning to make a puddle.
What are you doing?
I'm just putting a magazine under here. You'll get a white ring. Of course, you can get it out with lemon oil. But sometimes it takes 2 applications.
Look, what I'm trying to tell you is I think I'm in love with Peter. No, I am in love with Peter. Now what are you doing?
I just wanted to see if it was this week's issue of Time I put under here. It'll get damp. Bruce Springsteen? No, this is November 1978. You know, I have a friend who keeps really old copies of Time and Newsweek. I mean, like 20 years old. Keeps him in the bathroom, and when he can't sleep, he gets up and reads all about the Berlin airlift or the Suez crisis. He says it's very relaxing at 4:30 in the morning because, you know, it's all over now.
I don't get this. You seem to be more concerned about my defrosting vegetables than you do about your husband.
Oh dear, is that the way it seems? Not at all. Of course, I do worry about things that drip, but the truth is that right now I'm sort of using it as a delaying tactic because I'm so embarrassed.
I don't understand. Why are you embarrassed?
Because I know all that. Peter told me. Well, not about the wristwatch, but everything else. But that's just half the story. And I can feel it in my bones that you don't have a clue about the other half.
What other half? What are you talking about?
That's what I figured. You don't know, and I don't want to be the one that has to tell you. Though, in all the circumstances, there's no reason why we should feel guilty.
Can I understand? I mean, who's we?
Me and Oliver.
You and Oliver what?
The simple answer to that is yes, we are.
You? And Oliver?
You're thinking the worst. You're right.
Is that so? Well, I guess I'll take these into the kitchen.
You don't ask any questions? Like, how did we meet? And when did it all happen?
I have every confidence you're about to tell me.
Ooh, you're so calm. And I bet you never ate a rye crisp in your life.
What does that have got to do with anything?
Oh, what? Everything.
All right. Where did you meet?
In his office. I was a patient.
Really? Now, why did I get the definite impression when I phoned Oliver that he had never laid eyes on you before?
Yes, I heard what he said. It's terrible the way love makes you deceitful. I was a patient, all right.
All right.
I'll never forget how I suffered in that office. Sitting under that weird painting of Saint Sebastian.
Okay. You were a patient.
Of course, it started out on a completely impersonal, professional basis.
I mean, he did not hurl you to the carpet during your first visit.
I suppose I deserve the sarcasm. But don't you want to know how it developed?
Oh, you mean this thing has a plot?
A plot? You know, that's sort of funny.
Well, I didn't think so, but then I frequently miss things.
Of course, it's not funny. It's a disgrace. I just thought of something terrible.
Something else terrible?
Do you think that's why Peter doesn't wear a wristwatch? So he can pick up girls?
I'm hardly a girl, and I don't really qualify as a pickup. The reason why Peter doesn't wear a watch is because he is a very relaxed person. He doesn't need to know every 5 minutes what time it is. Oliver, on the other hand, is the kind of guy who always wears his watch.
Always?
Well, except when he goes to bed. Otherwise, he never takes it off.
I'm speechless.
I'd like to think so. You are quite a little package, aren't you?
You know, we actually have a lot in common. You're the other woman, and I'm the other woman. To me, that's progress.
Means that I've had more tail in that car than anybody else in this whole town.
Well, sure. You wouldn't let no one destroyed by you.
I had the pleasures of my life in that back seat.
You used to let me smell a seat. After you come home from a date, you used to say, "That's the smell of a woman." I appreciated it.
It was nothing. That car is gonna be a museum piece in time. I like to pass on to my children and their children somehow a piece of that car.
You can give them each a piece, right? Roy, I got something to tell you.
All right.
It's bad.
All right.
It's terrible.
Uh-huh.
It's like an open wound. When you were in Vietnam,
Yes.
me and Elizabeth,
You and Elizabeth what?
me and Elizabeth,
Yes.
well, me and Elizabeth,
I've heard this part, Ray. Ray.
made love.
You and Elizabeth?
Elizabeth and me.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
When I was in Vietnam.
Yes.
Damn. Shit, damn. What have you got to say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
Is that all?
I'm real sorry.
Well, shit. I just can't believe it.
Roy,
Shut your mouth. My own little brother. I can't believe it. I taught you your life. I taught you how to swim, how to drive a car, how to pass a football. I taught you how to jack off. The most important things in life I gave to you. And this is my reward?
what can I say?
Not a damn thing. I can't believe this is happening to me. My own goddamn little brother and my own goddamn wife. You know that's against the Ten Commandments, don't you? You've just broken one of God's biggest laws. That's all. You have coveted your own brother's wife.
What does coveted mean?
It means fuck you damn fool. Fuck your own brother's wife. You know what that's called?
No.
Sodomy.
No!
Right, Ray? Sodomy. Boy, I'd hate to be in your shoes. It says it right there in the Bible. Thou had better not commit adultery, nor fuck thy brother's wife, nor covet thou his sheep, nor covet thou his ox.
I wouldn't fuck my brother's ox.
No,
I wouldn't even fuck my own ox.
that's not what it means.
It said covet, man, fuck.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. See what I mean, Ray? See what I'm driving at?
No.
I'm talking about the Bible, boy. I'm talking about the goddamn Garden of Eden.
You are?
Of course, in the Garden of Eden, God made Adam, and he made animals. Then he looked down and he saw that it was good. Then he looked down and he saw that Adam was alone, and he saw that that was perverted.
Where was it?
Because Adam was alone, he had nothing to occupy his mind. He was walking around perverting the Garden of Eden.
What was it doing?
Figure it out, Ray. The guy was alone and he was horny.
Then what?
They got married, and the bitch screwed the goose, and they all got kicked out on their ass. That's my point.
No.
God punished them. They broke some of his major laws, just like you, and he punished them. When did you and Elizabeth fornicate on me?
About 2 years ago.
When 2 years ago?
Winter. No, the air conditioner wasn't the first time.
The first time? Was there more than once?
Huh?
More than once? How many times? Did you do it a lot?
No, not a lot.
You better tell me the truth. How many times?
I'm not gonna count it.
Where?
In your bed,
My bed? Is that all?
once on the floor,
The floor?
once on the bathroom,
What?
once on the kitchen table.
The kitchen table? I'll never eat off it again, you goddamn degenerate. I swear. This is the most perverted thing that has ever happened to me. My whole house defiled. Guess I just have to pitch a tent in the backyard.
Once in the backyard.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Ray.
I don't know.
I think what I ought to do is take this here 2x4 upside your skull.
Don't do that, Roy.
Why the hell not?
It might kill me.
You ought to be killed.
Don't say that to me. I'm your little brother.
I ought to smash your skull in.
War hurts when you're bloodthirsty, Roy.
That's what it's supposed to do, you damn fool.
But if you kill me,
What?
I'm gonna die.
So?
If I die, I won't know what to do. Are you gonna hit me now, Roy?
No.
Please, it'll make you feel better.
No.
Wish you would. You feel better, I promise.
No.
All right.
Oh, oh!
You said you weren't going to hit me.
Changed my mind.
Do you feel any better?
No. You see, me and Elizabeth, we were real close once. It's like she trusted me. She knew I had my faults when she married me. But we always loved each other, and I'll always love her, no matter what.
That's good, Roy.
No matter what comes between us, I'll always love her. See, we were together, and we'll always be together. But now I've got this hurt that I'm carrying around with me.
I understand.
No, you don't. How could you understand? Ain't nobody can understand my hurt. It's deep down. No one understands who could possibly understand my hurt.
Hank Williams?
Come on in. I'm glad you could make it.
No seat? Really have a seat for me when I come here?
Have a seat, please.
No respect, huh? Any message? You sounded kind of important. What's up?
It is. It has to do with the reading of your father's will tomorrow.
And?
Well, I thought we ought to talk about his will before then.
What's there to talk about? I know what's in it.
When was the last time you two discussed it?
I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago? Why? Don't tell me you changed it.
You see, this is why I wanted to meet now. I didn't want there to be a scene tomorrow.
Why would it be a scene? The only reason it would be a scene if I got screwed. In that case, you better fix it.
Look, I want you to stay calm. I'm talking to you in the capacity as your lawyer.
Don't. You show me my paper. My shadow day.
You see, it's not really that bad.
This isn't that bad. It's not that bad. I got $50,000.
That's a lot of money.
How's that a lot of money? My father's worth $40 million. I have no blood relatives. My mother and father's dead. What happened to the other $39,950,000?
It's a little hard to tell you.
It's a little hard to tell me, huh? Let me explain something to you. If you're going to tell me that you gave my money to Shelley, I'm going to go rip in your throat and rip your liver out. Now, where'd the rest of the money go?
He gave it to Shelley.
Oh,
Why me? I'm just a lawyer.
That's good enough reason right there. Someone's going to pay for my father's
Would you
death.
just get a grip on yourself and sit down?
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because your father told me not to. I was bound by privilege. He said if Shelley wanted to give you more, that was up to her.
I got a good view of that. There's got to be something we can do.
Oh, fine. Tell me what.
Contest
Everything was
the will.
legal.
It was
Contest the
legal.
will on what grounds?
I don't know, think of something.
There's nothing. He said he really loved her.
He really loved my ass. That man has said everything with a pulse between the ages of 20 and 30. He met the woman 3 months ago. He married her 2 months ago. And my $40 million just pops right in the lap. And there's nothing wrong with that?
$39,950,000. And it doesn't matter what I think. The courts won't find anything wrong with it. They need something illegal. They're kind of funny that way.
I got it. Let's say she coerced him.
Oh, and you can prove this? Of course, proof is another thing they're fuzzy about.
But why would a 24-year-old woman marry a 70-year-old man she wasn't looking to take his money?
So what? Unless she did something illegal, they won't care why she married him.
But you know how they found him?
Not really.
They found him dead in the basement floor in a Cub Scout uniform.
Okay.
But when they questioned Shelley, she said they were in the middle of playing their favorite game. Den Mother and the Naughty Scout. And he's gonna get a merit badge at Spikings. What do you think about that?
I didn't know they gave out a merit badge for that. but still, a person's sexual proclivities are not a barometer of their mental capacities.
What the hell did you just say?
Just because your father was weird, it doesn't make him crazy.
When he met her, I told you to make friends with her. I warned you this might happen.
Well, who the hell listens to you? He's just a lawyer.
Well, you better listen now. He legally married her, and he legally changed his will. If you go into court, it's gonna look like the greedy offspring versus the grieving widow.
Grieving widow my ass. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Maybe. But she was his wife, and technically, your stepmother.
My stepmother. So where does that leave me? Cinderella? So the evil stepmother dances away with the castle with my $40 million and I get locked in the basement?
Pretty much. Unless you can find yourself one good fairy godmother.
I got it. Remember that slimy little Louise you used in the last case my father wanted to marry?
Is that the guy who couldn't come out in the daylight?
Yeah. Get him the Crawford pass with a microscope and see if we can get something locked.
You mean blackmail, Will?
Blackmail? I need something.
You know, this can get really ugly.
Oh no, my friend, it's already ugly. Lethal is what's gonna get a deaf bimbo walking.
I gotta tell you, I'm against this. I think you should talk to her and try to work something out.
What do you mean? Just be honest with her?
Yes! I know it's a novel approach, but let's be different.
Maybe it's a second resort, but right now, get him the Crawford pass, stall the will, so we get him the bottle. You got it?
I'll do my best.
No, you better do your best. Call me when you got something.
Where will you be?
In my house.
That's the place your father owned in the city, right?
Yeah, why?
That's not going to see the Randy.
Maybe you should sit down again. I knew there was something I forgot to tell you. I'm just a lawyer. I'm just a lawyer.
Ricky, please do not stand on the furniture. It's very expensive, I'm sure. And get your fingers out of your mouth. My apologies. I just can't control him. I mean, Ricky was such a sensible man when I first married him. Maybe after 10 years of marriage that he started to act insane. Do I have examples? Yes, I have examples. I have a ton of examples. You think I come here and say my husband is crazy without any examples? Ricky, please do not eat your cat. Ricky! My apologies. Now he eats odd things. I still can't find my engagement ring.
Oh, sure.
Where were we? Oh, examples. Yeah. Once I was about to pull into our driveway when I saw Ricky totally naked sitting on something. Ricky, please do not lick the doctor. My apologies. Now he licks people and doorknobs. He licks people and he licks doorknobs. What he was sitting on. Yes, my husband was sitting on our neighbor, an extremely old man in a wheelchair, Mr. Goldberg. I'm not sure if he was even aware of what was going on. Mrs. Goldberg, who was not very happy, had called the police, and they pulled in right after I got to the wheelchair, and I grabbed Ricky, and I pushed Mr. Goldberg, who went rolling down the driveway, and I tried to catch him, but the police thought I was chasing a crippled man in a wheelchair because I was waving my arms like a maniac, I don't know. And then suddenly someone yelled, "Freeze!" And then Ricky threw up. Yeah. And then I heard a gunshot. And the next thing that happens. What? My time is up? Just like that, huh? Well, I guess I see you next week then. Come on, Ricky. Put your shirt back on. Ist wieder mal typisch, da wollten wir unser Geld essen. Alle die gleiche Macht. Come on, Ricky!
Dr. Segan there? I'm calling. Who are you? I mean, are you really there, or are you one of these answering nuisances? So can you get Dr. Segan for me? Yeah, it's an emergency. You tell Mosca. I used to be a patient of his. You tell him I'm really sick. Canal 62098. Thank you. Hi, Jerry. Where'd you go in from? How was your party? Have a good time?
Not as good as you. Are you drunk at least?
I had a couple, yeah. I had this terrible thirst on right, and now I didn't stop to think. I mean, think to stop.
All right, let's get this over with. Who was the wrestler?
What wrestler?
Fat neck guy that dropped you off just now.
Jake. He's not a wrestler. He's a very modern painter.
That's why he kissed you goodnight. You become a patroness of the arts.
Where were you?
One jump behind you in more ways than one.
I didn't kiss him. He kissed me. Did you go to Frank Tobin's party? I'm awful cold.
You've drunk enough.
It's water. What's the matter? You don't trust me?
Trust you? You were in his cellar on Bleecker Street for 1 hour.
How do you know?
What was he doing? Showing you great wrestling holds? Great paintings? What? What?
So what do you see? Your fortune?
No, yours. You're looking trampled. That's what you're training to be?
God, I had about 6 drinks, and you think I'm ruined for life.
I'm not talking something as wholesome as drink. You slept with him, didn't you?
Why don't you take your hat off and stay a while?
You slept with
Poor
him.
Jerry. Do you want to cry? I want to cry.
Differences aren't soluble in tears. This city would be one flat mud pie. Did you sleep with him?
We both know I'm dumb. So why don't you talk plain words a normal dumb person could understand?
Like one syllable?
Yeah.
Fine, did he lay you? I asked, did he?
So what if he did? That's the end of the world?
Maybe the end of ours. Why? Why?
What's it matter?
It matters because I'm at the crossroads, and which way I send my life packing depends upon you, and so are you. You want to watch us float from the sewer out to the sea. That's how little you care?
I don't know.
About me?
Jerry,
About yourself?
got myself. I have other things to worry.
So why? Why did you want to?
I don't know why. Anyway, who said I did?
My God, you're gonna drive me to drink. Did you or didn't you?
Well, he may have slept with me, but I didn't sleep with him.
All right, let's go back. Why did you go home with him tonight?
Jerry, it's a long story. I used to go with Jake 2-3 years ago.
Not that far back, let's get to tonight.
So tonight I had a couple drinks too many. I guess it was just a case of old lang syne.
Huh. Old Lang Syne.
You know,
I know, I'm an expert, especially tonight. Why did you drink?
I'm supposed to be at the Tobins having a good time.
You know, is that why?
Nah, who wants to go there for God's sake?
You know, I went through all the trouble to get the affidavits. As soon as I could leave to pick you up at Sophie's, you come walking out with him. giggling like a pony.
I was plastered, I said so. Do you want a written confession?
You don't go and get plastered and flush us down the drain. A husband party isn't it? Don't walk away from me. I am talking to you.
So go ahead, talk. Lawyers, boy.
Because when something happens to you twice, you want to know the reason. You want to know why. What's your complaint, Jatel? What is it?
Who's complaining? You are.
My God, I have no right.
Don't get off the subject.
It is the subject. It's about you and me.
Well, I'm talking about your wife.
Good. Talk about her. What do you want to know? I feel like an intercom. What do you want to know? What about her?
I saw your last month's phone bill. Omaha, Nebraska, $9.81. Omaha, Nebraska, $12.63. Why didn't you tell me you were the world's champion talkers?
I like to keep in touch. Jatel, she's going through a very rough time.
Who isn't? I got a headache. Just leave me alone.
So what's your case? I'm unfaithful. Over the phone with my wife. It's the phone bill that pushes you into bed with what's his name? Jerk?
Jake.
Jerk. It could be you pushing me into Grand Central to get your ticket back. Has that thought ever crossed your mind? So you could do anything in pants in New York that you've overlooked? All right. We'll talk about this tomorrow when you're on your feet.
Jerry.
What's the matter?
You don't like me anymore.
I hate you. Isn't that passionate enough? All right, let me help you.
Hey, I can do it.
It's a huge favor. Have the grace not to.
You don't hate me.
I wouldn't say so.
You just feel sorry for me.
What makes you think you're so pathetic?
You ever see me dancing around that well? Boy, you'd think I was pathetic. I've been sitting on that goddamn floor for so many hours. I'm getting callous. I wait for ideas to show up. I feel like I'm marooned or something. So the dawn came after all these years. You know what's wrong?
You're not really a dancer.
How'd you know?
I didn't. I meant that loft as a help, not just to puncture a bubble.
So if I'm not a dancer, then what am I?
This is the reason why you got cropped? If I make coffee, will you drink it?
No.
So this is what you're gonna do? You're gonna sleep it off? Do you want me to stay or go? Go? Do you need me for anything? Of course not.
This is yours.
Ew. Ew what? It's not that bad.
It's not bad. You know, I think we should go somewhere else.
No, I don't know.
No, the other bar was better.
Hey, Joey. Yeah, put that sausage palm on, it's only gonna be a minute. Yeah, just get the meatballs going, you know what I mean? I don't know. Some Asian chick trying to make a deal, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, it's all right, I don't even, be in a few minutes. Nah, we're good, we're good. Well, I'll talk to you later. All right, that seat's taken.
I know.
You have trouble finding me?
No, you look exactly what I expected you to be.
You watch too many movies.
Is this where you usually meet your clients?
Yeah, people know I like this place, so they tend to look for me here.
I guess that makes sense.
Absolutely. Sit down.
Thank you.
So I hear you got a pebble in your shoe. You got a problem. You want to take it care of, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about it.
Well, I have a business,
Okay.
and there are these people who want to buy into the company.
Okay.
They could probably give more capital and help secure certain contracts.
These contracts.
Yeah, those contracts.
Looks all right to me.
But I have a partner.
Enter the problem.
He doesn't want help from these people. He thinks they're scum. No offense to them.
I'm taking. So his partner yours needs some talking to, huh? You know, he needs some convincing.
That's already been done. He said he'd go to the police if he was bothered again, and that's when these people got me in contact with you.
So it needs to be removed now, don't it?
Unless you see any other way, do you?
No, do you?
Well, I could try and buy him out, but I don't really have that kind of money, and I really don't think you'd say yes.
And you just asked and answered your own question.
But that just seems so drastic. I mean, that person is my friend.
Look, I'm not your conscience or your mother. Right now you're wasting my time and you're pissing me off. Get your hands off
I'm
me.
sorry. Please don't go. I don't know what to do. I need your help.
Look, I'm a very black and white person. You got a problem, I'll take care of it. It's that simple. Right now you got 5 seconds to let me know yes or no, and that's it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I need it taken care of.
Well, I'll tell you what's gonna go on. It's gonna cost you 50 grand. 25 now, 25 when the job is done. You got it? This. That was quick. Look at this here, small bills. You had your mind made up a long time ago, huh?
Do you think I'm happy about this?
You did got care one way or another.
When?
When what?
When are you going to do it?
The less you know, the better.
But I don't know what to do.
You should do nothing.
Maybe
Do
I
you
should take
understand English? I just said do nothing. If you take a trip and your partner winds up, whatever, don't you see someone take notice of that?
Are you worried that someone might be able to trace it back to you?
Trace it to me, come on, babe, I'm invisible. So are the people who work for me. The only person who's gonna go down for this is you. If you ever try to implicate me or anybody who works for me, it don't really matter because there'll be no proof. You'll be gone before you go to trial.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm guaranteeing you, accidents happen in jail all the time, you understand? My employees have long arms.
I understand that, but what I don't understand is how all this got started. I worked hard to keep a business going, and it's not fair that one person is stopping me from succeeding. Why do I have to go through all this just to get what others have already got? Why? Like, how did things get so complicated?
I can't answer that. All I know is you got a complicated problem, and I got the simple solution.
I think that is a simple solution, just like someone up.
That's right. You just do everything as usual, and I'll take care of the rest.
I'll try.
Don't try, do it. You know what? I usually don't do this. I'll give you one last chance to back out. That'll be for my good as well as yours. I'll work away with the money we have. We'll pretend it never happened.
How do I contact you to get you the rest of the money when the job's done?
You don't. You got 2 days to get the money to the Hotel Graphic. You're living at the desk of Mrs. Crawford. You got it?
Yes, I got it.
And 2 things. Don't take it yourself,
Why not?
because you'll be watched. And second, don't try stiffing me and my partners.
That's that statement for my own good too?
That's right, for yours and your families.
I get that message.
Good.
I have a question before you go.
What is it?
How do you live with yourself?
How do I live with myself? Let me explain something to you. I live pretty good. I don't think of these sort of things. People like you do. My question to you is, how are you going to live with yourself? Personally, I don't think you can, and I don't care. Ciao.
Wait!
Hey,
Come on.